Hi, English 1021 students. I am here to give you a quick tour of the database sources online. You see that I'm at www.frontrange.edu, so this is the starting place. And if you want to watch this video and kind of pause the video and then go and find what I'm pointing out to you so you can slow this down, please do that because I'm going to talk really fast. This is the first taste of the information about using the databases. We talked about sources in class this week, this past week on the 7th of September, or a few days past that, wherever we are in the process with SA1. And we will be looking at the databases, using the databases more specifically later this semester. So this is just kind of an introduction to them. And as you know, you can research just in a search engine and Google, using bibliographies that you can find online through Wikipedia, so you don't have to reinvent your research wheel and find sources that are valuable to you for your SA1 topic and the story that you're telling about that topic. So from the home page, y'all, you're going to go to campuses, which seems weird because it has nothing to do with the library, but it's because Front Range is a very large institution. We have 3 campuses, and so we have 3 different libraries. And you'll notice when I leave my mouse, it's not working so well. I'm going to move my image over. I think might be bothering my mouse a little bit. But you notice when I'm on campuses and I leave my mouse there and I kind of move my mouse over to libraries, it allows me to select libraries. Once I'm at the library page, you're going to choose the campus that you attend, which is BCC. And then we're going to get the BCC library link. And I'm going to pause at this link and show you a few things. I'm going to move my image again because it's kind of in the way. All these different page layouts are causing some issues. So, phone number to the library. Might want to copy it down. I want to point out that you have in your learning contract the ability and the requirement to do some work on campus with different departments or student life. And so one of the campus events you can attend, or a campus appointment you can attend, is a research appointment with a librarian. So you don't have time to do that now for SA1, but you will be revising SA1. It's going to turn into SA5, and so you may end up wanting to do that. So pointing that out, that you can set up an appointment here. And then when you scroll down, lots of fine print here, which is hard to read, but I want to show you that there is an A to Z database. The one that I'm going to show you that is here is also alphabetized, but I think it might take you to the same place. And that if you have any troubles logging into the database, you might check out this information. Though when I clicked on it, it was a broken web page, so you might want to stop by the library. But hopefully when I demonstrate the login, you'll see me do it, and that will be fine, and that will work. When I've logged in the past, I haven't had any issues with any EBSCO databases. So you see there's lots of links here. There are citation guides. We're going to start talking about MLA, Modern Language Association, in class. There are research guides. Right now, we're kind of just researching based on what we think we want to find out about our topic. We're not using a formal process, which is fine, to have an experiential process, and then we'll talk about more formal processes later in the semester. The BCC Library Catalog, if you wanted to check any books out from the library. And this is the one we're most interested in. This gives us online access to the articles and databases that the college subscribes to. So I'm going to click on that link. Here's the A to Z. If you scroll down, you see the databases are listed A to Z. I'm just going to point out a few that I think are good ones for you to check out. This is probably the most popular. As you see, it's labeled that way, and it also provides you with peer-reviewed titles. I won't require peer-reviewed titles in this course, but in courses where that is required, this is a good one to go into, Academic Search Premier. So many databases that Front Range subscribes to, and I'm not going to talk about all of them, y'all, because there's too many. If you're in a business course, this would be a good one. So notice it's the similar name to Academic Search Premier, academic meaning peer-reviewed. This is the business version of it, and you can read the little description here as well. So if you have a business topic, this might be a good one for you. I want to point out there are some links to historic newspapers in Colorado newspapers here if you need newspaper articles, and then here's a link to the Denver Post. you're probably not able to access Denver Post if you try to do it through Google or through a different search engine. So you might want to log into the databases, and then you would have access to the Denver Post articles here. Let's see. ERIC is, you can read the description, but it's a database that educators use, teachers use to research teaching. So just pointing that out. This is a really nice database, the Ethnic Diversity Source. It gives information about cultural lives and cultural research, and so keep that in mind. Films on demand, academic films, but also some other films that you can watch. You might even find a film or a documentary that you could use as a source. So these are literature databases here. Let's see, you see history databases. JSTOR is a lot of everything. You can see the list of topics that it covers for articles, and I often find lots of good information in JSTOR. Let's see, Library of Congress. I love libraries, y'all, and I love going into the Library of Congress digital collections, and so there's access to primary sources, legal documents, art, all kinds of things, so that you just want to let you know that's a good one. And this is probably, Master File Premier is probably the one you want to go to if you want a kind of all-in-one database. Primary source documents, subject of general interest, which would get you magazine articles, newspaper articles, reference books, photos, maps, flags. So this is a kind of an all-in-one that I think is helpful. Here's some medical databases, another newspaper database if you like newspaper articles. Let me pause and talk about opposing viewpoints. If for Essay 1 you know you're going to be arguing a point about your topic, you might check opposing viewpoints. This one, this database likes to present topics from multiple points of view, and I mentioned in class a little bit about bias, especially your own source usage bias, that you only choose sources that back you up, and it makes you look like you have a bias towards sources that only back you up, right? So you might want to access opposing viewpoints to find some alternate points of view, and so this is a good one when you're writing an argument to use. Psychology-based articles about psychology concepts, that would be a good one if you want to have a source about religion and philosophy. So you all see there's so many. If you want a science article, the science.gov, lots of science databases there, more newspapers, and a link to Wiley Open Library, which I have an app on my phone for, and that I access through my library card to my local public library. So I'm going to go into Master File Premier. I was hoping that I did. The M took me down to the M section. I want to go into Master File Premier just to show you how to log in. So if you find a database you want to log in, I just gave you a quick preview. Click on the link for the title. It's going to ask you for your S number, that's mine, and it should log you right in. So you're seeing the process of login and then a search. So I'm not going to show you how to do the search. You've probably done a search before. It asks you to use Boolean operators, so you choose, I usually just choose subject terms, and then the Boolean operators are here. If I want to use more than one word, I can do this word and that, or this word or that, or not that, right? So you can do some search practice and find some sources for Essay 1 here. But I'm not going to show a search right now just because I want you to find the sources on your own, and if you have questions about the databases and logging in, let me know. I can't wait to talk to you on Monday to find out about your essays, your city first drafts that you're writing, and I'm looking forward to finding out about your sources too. Have a great weekend. Take care, y'all.